Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Old Games. Today we are having part 2 of our Aurelian campaign in Rome Total War Empire Divided. And well, it might be that we are in a bit of precarious situation as this army is quite close to our main army, and it might be beneficial to get some reinforcements. For example, we could combine these vigiles and hire some Germanic hunters. We can do the same for these troops and get rid of this one and hire some additional missile units. Perhaps these equites should be combined as well.
Ready for battle.
And of course we should hire agents, especially champions. But it seems we still have some money left, so let's recruit our own soldiers and let's see what the enemy is up to. And they are attacking. And the situation does not seem to be so great, so they have fresh army. Heavy skirmishers, Gallic warriors against our Roman levies, depleted legionaries. Well, I guess there is no other option than to fight. And we have a small garrison to help us. And of course we have the defenders' advantage here. Okay, so let's deploy the troops. So we have a bit of a choke point in here, and this is the area we need to defend, and the enemy has 2 additional avenues from which to approach. And I guess we will put this garrison to the front, kind of to soak up a bit of damage. And I think these guys here should form the main battle line. Practically in every front.
We await your command.
Perhaps vigiles should be kept in reserve to hunt down the enemy general. Legionaries are kept to reserve to hunt down any enemies where we can perhaps break them, and as well as these missile units. Except these can complement the front line, and let's try to keep Aurelian safe in here. And then our Equites Dalmatarum, I think they will serve us best by hunting down enemy missile units when an opportunity presents itself. Let's try to hide them. Okay, and let's see what the enemy is up to. So actually the general seems to be on a suicidal move, or rather mood. So let's try to take him out of equation as fast as possible.
Forward!
Our hidden units have been discovered.
And he's starting to take some damage. Let's hope we can actually take him down as fast as possible. It seems most of the enemy units are actually circling around.
The enemy general is
Okay,
dead.
good. So let's try to break this unit before we need to fight against any other enemy units. Okay, they are shattered. And these guys
One of our units has used all its
can
ammunition.
protect our rear here. Since it will take a while for those guys to go through.
Ready! Begin!
No, and these guys are still alive. Good for them. I think since
An
this
entire unit
side
has perished.
is rather, well, not under threat, so we can reinforce our rear with these guys, and let's bring 3 legionary cohorts for a flanking maneuver.
Our hidden
And
units have been discovered.
let's see if a cavalry unit could lure some of the enemies away from there. And perhaps we could even hit some of the
Our men
enemies
flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
from here.
Romans, ready for duty. At the double.
Okay, legionaries are ready. And let's take the third one as well. Cavalry is ready to strike at these skirmishers. And let's hope those guys will hold for a bit longer.
Germania.
Okay, and it seems since these guys are fond on going to melee, perhaps we should hit them. Okay, those guys are shattered.
Our general is under attack.
Sons of
Let's bring Aurelian to safety. And perhaps we should bring these legionaries here in position for another flanking maneuver. And we're actually drawing one enemy unit out. Let's make sure that they don't catch us. And are you firing?
Romans to a man.
Gallic legionaries. Okay, so they brought their heavy hitters here.
We are the dark forest. Proud Romans all. Legionaries!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, those heavy skirmishers are shattered. And we don't actually want to have any advice. Okay, first one of those is starting to waver. Good. Perhaps we could hit some of the enemy units there. And I would really like to have some spears hitting the, or pillar hitting the enemy before they engage there. Okay, those guys are breaking.
Sons of Mars! Melee troops! Orders! Charge!
Okay, perhaps a couple of volleys there will break. These guys... Good. And we have only one last legionary cohort there. It's a bit of a shame. Okay, they are shattered. Good. And these guys... Let's break these skirmishers next. I think that should do the trick. Oh, only shaken. Okay. Quite brave. And we can bring in the reinforcements here. Okay, good. And let's hit those wavering guys. And I think we have a rather nice victory here. Rather soon. That will teach those. Oh, perhaps I should have run the enemies down a bit more. But that will teach those... what? Gallic Romans or whatever they are. To come here. And of course we need to deal with those rebels next turn. But it's rather nice that we get a bit of money. So we can hire that champion at the very least. That's going to be quite important to improve our army. And I think we will recruit infantry. Aurelian got a level, which is always nice. And could we actually increase replenishment rate? Yes, that's really nice. And we could have some quick victories. Rather, perhaps this is the way to go. And horse archers. I hate horse archers when it's the enemy who has them.
At your command. Ready for battle.
And of course they can hire mercenaries as well.
Ready for orders.
Let's try to take care of this enemy army. And this time let's auto-resolve the battle. And let's hope there are no survivors. Well, apparently there are.
You have further orders?
Or then perhaps not. Okay. Good riddance that enemy pretender.
Hunger for battle.
I think we should replenish a bit. And perhaps we should actually strike at the rebels at the same go. Okay, and that's it for that rebel army. And the situation here in the north is beginning to stabilize. And we can even get back here. And I would really like to have some bowmen. But perhaps that's not an option at the moment. How much these guys do have upkeep? Quite a bit, but I guess we will keep them. And then let's hire champion, he can begin to train. The army is there. We have even some money for investments. So perhaps we should not train more units right away. The army here, let's put it into position to strike Cosenso next turn. And additional food, a bit wealth. Because money is an issue. And we really should get some more money. Of course, these are border provinces, but our main army is here now. So perhaps we should get some additional money that way. And I think we have a turn here. Of course, we could check the diplomatic situation. Apparently, they don't want to trade with us. Oh, Numidia is still trading, but that won't last too long. Oh, and it seems our allies here are rather hard pressed by that. Oh. And if we want to keep Northern Africa, we need to raise a new army. And banditry is doing something, but frankly I don't know what it's doing. Well, perhaps we could get legionaries, and perhaps we should get this as well. Then again, our basic units could fight a bit better if we do that one. That replenishment rate is quite nice. So, I think this army should start pushing toward Istros. And let's get this guy begin the training.
Ready for orders. That's your command.
And perhaps next turn we might be able, well, the turn after that. And of course it's good that we can get the replenishments.
Ready for orders.
And we have actually finished cohort barracks. So we have new recruitment options. Pikemen, a phalanx, nice. Horse archers, equites, cohorts. Okay, I guess it's time to get rid of these guys and get some honest Romans in their stead. Except that most likely we need to deal with that army. And we only have a limited garrison in here. So let's see if we can hire something, especially after we capture Cosenso.
Take this settlement for Rome!
should
At your command.
loot it.
Ready for orders.
They will replenish at some point, but let's dismantle it.
Ready for battle.
So now we have some additional money. And we actually have Aurelian Dynasty available here. And let's take this Equites Scutari.
Set up the watch.
And well, let's take some slingers and well, perhaps that way we can stop these guys. Of course, if they hire mercenaries, we are in trouble, but well, let's hope for the best. And we have rather strong enemy presence there. And of course we should start improving our infrastructure here as well. And more of these pretenders are coming this way. Okay, at least some of them...
Rome's appetite for your trinkets is...
Oh, okay.
Your crude wares no longer suit the refined tastes of our people. The trade between us is done.
Okay. Well, perhaps we should control ourselves. And this is looking bad. Banditry.
At your command.
Okay, let's get into position here.
Is that all?
And perhaps this army would serve us a bit better if it were,
Hunger for battle.
for instance, here. We could besiege Brundisium here, but
Ready for battle.
oh, we actually repaired it. Whoops, I thought I was dismantling it. Well,
At your command. March. Waiting for more orders.
perhaps if we move to Beneventum, we are actually at striking distance to Brundisium and at the same time at the striking distance to Rome. We have some mercenaries available. Of course, that would require raising a new army.
Ready for battle.
Carthage has some garrisons, but perhaps they could be a bit better as well. These are really kind of tempting, because we could have that improved sanitation. Can we actually check the sanitation situation? No, we cannot. Okay. But apparently it's looking rather good everywhere. But of course some development would most likely be beneficial. And I guess we cannot have too little food at this point.
Commander.
2 turns to fully replenish 2 turns. I guess we are in pretty good shape to strike next turn. And these Palmyrans are advancing. So let's... oh. Another Gallic Roman army. And there are armored archers. I think it's
Disengage! Destination reached.
best to pull back. Okay, good. And we have a level, and we can begin the training in earnest.
Commander. On the move.
Oh, German Confederation. Okay, apparently they have taken
Advance.
the settlement there. And it seems a bit unfortunate that we cannot reach Noreia in time. But of course, if we lose it, I think the garrison should be able to inflict quite heavy casualties on this army. And we can capture the, or rather recapture the settlement next time. So Tribal Confederation, okay. That's the reason for that.
At your command.
We could strike at Brundisium.
Ready for orders.
What troops we could hire? Auxiliary archers. But there is that big army, and if we kind of corner ourselves in here, our position will be quite bad. But let's see.
Let them cower before Rome.
Okay, so that's not going to be beneficial for us.
Retreat. Ready for battle.
And that was kind of mistake move from us.
Commander. March until your feet bleed. Then march some more.
Oh, and we cannot... Ah, that was a mistake. Well. And this guy could perhaps collect a bit more taxes for us. Oh, those Palmyrans are advancing a bit too fast for my liking there. Okay, so that army headed there, which means that north could be open for us. Okay, healing water is always nice.
Ready for orders. Advance.
And if we are moving to Italy with Aurelian, perhaps the garrison force needs to move a bit closer here.
At your command.
And of course now the question is, should we strike at Beneventum? Perhaps we should.
Settlements for Rome. Let them cower before Rome.
Of course, if we could. And I'm afraid that we actually need to hire those mercenaries back. Can we actually improve something somewhere? Oh, we cannot accept for this religious gathering. Well, let's do that. And we have a turn.
Her son.
And they are moving to defend Rome. Which is of course reasonable. Well, let's take that one. And perhaps we should strive for prosperity.
We hunger
Okay.
for battle.
So the Emperor is wounded. But we are advancing. And let's loot it. We most definitely could use with some extra money. Okay. And perhaps we need to keep the garrison in here just in case.
Ready for battle. At your command. We hunger for battle. Advance. Your next command. Ready for orders.
And perhaps finally we can get some of our kind of own troops. I don't know why, but I like those long-range missile units much more than short-range ones. Those with shorter range certainly do a bit more damage, but I think having more of missiles at one's disposal is quite nice. Oh, these guys are actually becoming a threat. They have, what, 4 or 5 cities, and that means that they most likely are gathering strength. And of course we need to soon reinforce our eastern borders. Okay, so the Roman pretenders are starving. Some good news it seems. Okay, and finally we get our emperor back. And perhaps getting legionaries is going to be worth it. And since this is a border province, some kind of additional defenses would be nice. And let's actually see, could we have some kind of bodyguard? Yeah. And perhaps he should remarry.
Ready for battle. Laying siege to the settlement. We hunger for battle. Ready for orders.
Could we somehow improve our kind of bodyguard capability? Well, perhaps that's available somewhere, but not for us at this moment.
We hunger for battle.
4 units, we have a garrison here of 5 units, so I guess that's going to be enough. And of course we can disrupt their control of this province. Hopefully their food supplies will dwindle even further.
Ready for battle.
And we have some money. Actually, if we do this... Okay. Well, we need to do something. Perhaps that religious gathering there. I'm not certain that's useful for us. So here we can get some additional garrison and get rid of that banditry. Let's see if we have some low-hanging fruit, kind of, that we can utilize there. Okay, so Ankara is besieged. Those guys are moving a bit too fast for my liking. And did he manage to assassinate or hurt? So, in general, I think we need to fight this manually. And I guess this is going to be the final battle. Perhaps a bit anticlimactic, but the final battle nonetheless. So we need to defend this, and let's hope that the enemy general will actually charge in first.
Hold, Romans all! Yours to command!
That would make things quite a bit easier. Okay, and this is the way. He's coming.
At the double! Ready! Sons of Mars!
And the general can guard the flank
At your
there.
service! At your service!
Praetorian cavalry, so this should be the poorest quality. bodyguard unit.
For glory! Your quick march! Ready for orders! Take aim! Brave Romans to a man! Advance at speed!
The enemy general
Okay,
is
that's
dead.
good.
Our general is under attack.
And I think you guys
By your command!
should conserve the rest of the ammo
Missile
against
infantry
these
at your
guys.
command. Lapel! We await your command. Ready and waiting. Sons of Mars! By your command. Missile infantry! Advance at speed!
Let's actually see if we could hit them in the flank.
We await
And
your
let's bring
command.
these guys to help in here.
Missile infantry ready! Take aim! At the double! Missiles awaiting targets! We await your command! Missile infantry ready! At speed! Your orders!
Okay, it seems
One of our units has used all its
general is
ammunition.
taking a bit of a beating.
By your command! Advance!
And let's actually see if we could sneak past there
Advance at
to
speed!
strike at these archers.
Yours to command!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Prep forward!
And I think we should be able to win this rather easily. Didn't I already suppress that advice? We cannot give up the chase here because, well,
Missile infantry ready!
they will just shoot the general in the back, and of course
For glory!
it can keep the enemy off of our backs for a while.
Advance!
And perhaps we can get a bit of a surround here.
Double time! Come forward!
And I guess that should hit their morale a bit. Okay, wavering.
We await your command!
And you guys
By your
can
command!
press with some more enthusiasm. Okay, we are sheltered. And let's leave no survivors. And since these guys are tired or winded, they can wait a bit longer and we can actually engage in melee. And perhaps even our general can survive. That would be nice, and actually it is really nice. Okay, good. That will make our life so much easier in the next turn, so we don't need to care about enemy army in our rear. Okay, but we didn't wipe that army out completely. Well, no matter. And of course, some additional money is nice. And this army has moved out, so Brundisium is kind of ripe for taking. Of course. Oh, that public order penalty will hurt quite a bit. Well, let's not burn the books. Well, I think we can live with that.
Ready for orders.
And Rome has limited defenses, so it's time to take the Eternal City.
Let them cower before Rome!
And those garrisons have been hit quite badly. That money is tempting.
Ready for orders.
Yeah. So. Okay, that's nice. And for once, our monetary situation is quite good, actually.
Ready for orders. None will escape.
And let's secure this whole area here,
Cower before Rome!
as they are suffering from hunger. And soon that fleet won't have any port towards which to sail.
Commander. Ready for battle.
And since we have this Mithraic quarter. Okay, so there is not going to be any penalties for temples. So perhaps we will build a shrine to Jupiter. Oh, and we need to make sure that we have enough food. But that will cause difficulties with sanitation. Could we actually get tier 2 weapons from there? That would be quite nice. We have that public order penalty hitting us quite hard as it is. We should get that sanitation going on. Perhaps from here, at least something. And perhaps some additional food. And this is... oh. +6 banditry. That's outrageous. So, perhaps Aurelian should strike at Arretium next turn. This army should start heading towards Brundisium, and then Aurelian will head towards Genoa and Mediolanum. And of course then we need to start considering our eastern border, since our buffer from allies is growing rather thin. But I think this is everything for today, so thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.